Good morning. How are you? Hmm. I think next week when I do these videos, you're going to notice there won't be any light in the background. It'll be very dark. mm. Just lemon, honey, and cinnamon. Mm. I do drink coffee. And I have not had a lot of coffee while I'm restoring. This is my restorative tea, even though there's no tea in it. I'm restoring my health. And this is one of my 70s mugs. Just a vibe. Just the colors that I like. I love. That was the problem with the 70s, is that everything is beautiful. Life was in matte, I mean, it just rich and organic and thick polyester, thick hair for no reason. I love it. Thick collars, thick woolly sweaters, thick chunky heels. So I did mention that I'm doing a wardrobe. And one of the first things that I need to work on is a dress. I think I'm going to just, you can't really have a capsule wardrobe when you're using 70s and 80s patterns, because there's just nothing that you could interchange. Because they just were bold with prints. And so, I mean, I guess I could do Rhoda. Rhoda is a character on Mary Tyler Moore. She is Mary's best friend. And I guess I could, mix patterns and textures and stuff like that. I'm all about that. But the outfits that I've chosen, they stand on their own. They really do. I mean, the only thing that you could wear maybe is a white shirt, But I mean, I'm looking at skirts and vests and do I need everything to be handmade? Well, no, but I will thrift. I will be thrifting as much as I can. Gunny Sack. How many of y'all know about Gunny Sack? So there is a brand that is partnering with Gunny Sack. Gunny Sack doesn't exist or it hadn't. It did go out of business. But the dresses have become, they are iconic, and they have become collector's items. So this mod brand decides to sell a couple of pieces, and I didn't do a deep dive because I really don't care. I don't know if these are reproductions of original pieces or this is just a new collection with the Gunny Sack name. But I can go and try to find a vintage Gunny Sack, not in my size though. I think they went up to size 12 back in the day. But if I found a vintage dress, let's say, and you could pay up to $230, right? $250. Hillary Clinton wore Gunny Sack to get married. A lot of girls did. And yet, when you go to the website, they're selling their dresses for $230. So I don't know about fashion and pricing and why this makes sense. I would still encourage people to get the vintage. I'm not understanding why the new stuff is $230. Gunny sacks weren't expensive back then. You know, they just were popular. And something about the 70s that those of you who are 40 and younger and you're not understanding what I don't understand what the deal is. It because today we use a word, you know, prairie core. Um, Melissa Gilbert has a whole brand. She sells a whole prairie collection using her experience on the set of Little House on the Prairie. So, and she has a little farm, I believe. And so she has a lot of her clothes looks like gunny sack for plus size women. But her brand is just, it's just better. It has more things to it. It has crockery and pot holders and shawls and blankets and pillows. So it's cozy prairie core. Okay, we're just slapping the word core to everything. Not cottage core, prairie core. Okay, and we've got ginghams and florals and not big florals, tiny print florals. There's a difference, right? And so the bigger the florals, the more romantic. The tinier the florals, the more country. So Melissa Gilbert has her brand. Where is that coming from? Well, let me tell you something about the 70s. There was the popularity of Little House on the Prairie. That it was just, that coincided with the Holly Hobbie toys, the ginghams. Ginghams are these, I guess, sisters, and I loved them. I had their coloring books, their paint with me, paper dolls. But more importantly, in my opinion, when Gunny Sack and Little House on the Prairie and Holly Hobbie collided, it just created this culture of prairie core. But back then in the 70s, they didn't call it that. You just knew it. You just knew that they were embracing that and that women loved it. You can, if you ever go and look and on eBay, or if you find some, modern mid-century kitchen decorations, bathroom decorations, you're going to see little prairie children, like precious moments. You're going to see prairie girls. You're going to see little farmhouses. And coinciding with that were the Waltons. Now, the Waltons was a Great Depression era TV show about the Great Depression. But they had the little flour sack dresses and the kids running around in overalls and they're barefooted. And so yeah, the 70s was having a love affair with prairies and thrifting and prints and cotton and flowers. And so that's where that comes from. So I tap into that memory, and yeah, my Holly Hobbie comes because everyone knows I love Holly Hobbie. And I don't have a collection that you would think. I really don't. I have a lunchbox. I have little knickknacks here and there, but I don't go full into Holly Hobbie because aesthetically, I'm in love with these oranges and yellows and mixed match prints, and this is my comfort, this color here. So when it comes to Holly Hobbie, I do have a project in mind. I'm making a Holly Hobbie doll for my granddaughter. to stay here so she could play with it here. I have been looking for a Holly Hobby kitchen set because it was pretty sturdy material. Before my Holly Hobby kitchen set, everything was metal. I had a Wolverine metal kitchen set, and Holly Hobby was, of course, made out of particle board. But I have looked online for this kitchen set, and it is in excellent condition. Like, I'm not understanding, little girls, what were you doing? Were you not playing with your toys? And definitely, I have been eyeing a couple of sales. I had a Holly Hobby plastic tea set and a porcelain one. So I want to get both. I want to get both for my granddaughter. I also have a Holly Hobby color form, the Country Store color form. Absolutely adorable. It is so much fun. I love playing with this color form. And it is neatly put up on the top shelf right now because I that's what I'm lacking is shelves. It's not on a shelf for display. It's on a shelf for storage. I do need some display shelves because I need to put my Barbie diorama on it. And this Country Store, I want it set up. It is adorable, and I just love color forms. When I was a little girl, I don't know why, but I love smelling the plastic. I'm such a weirdo. But going back to my wardrobe, yeah, so I'm going to start with an Easter dress. And if you feel like I kind of want to set apart the videos so that, because it's very niche, videos of me creating, of, you know, sometimes there are people that will see a video and think, oh, that's boring. And that could affect you know, my traffic. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to have a playlist and only have these videos available on a certain playlist of just me crafting. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think that me building the diorama did very well, but I just didn't produce those very well. I just slapped them together and like, oh, I filmed myself making these. Do I want to do a voiceover? And I'm very lazy about it because I was doing TikTok more. And that's why now I think I can really tend to these videos where I am creating something. You don't have to want to do junk journals. You don't have to want to crochet. You don't have to have any desire to do any of the projects and I have so many projects at the same time. But what I would love to show you is that you can complete these projects, which I've done. I've completed the dioramas. I've completed all the crochet projects that I had going to be gifted for Christmas. I finished all my earrings. And so I made the Christmas village that I wanted to. I gotta show a video of the Christmas village, but I don't want to explain why it's just adorable. It is absolutely adorable. But the projects that I started are done. The neat thing about the dioramas, which are little houses, so I will use the word diorama, but what they really are miniature houses. They're little, you know, houses for a beaver family. It's a dam house. And not that this is scientifically correct, but their neighbors are the otters. So we have a beaver family at the top of the dam and the otters below it. I don't think that's exactly where the otters live, though. So I just figured they would be neighbors. So I have them living together. They're upstairs, downstairs neighbors. I'm working on a tree home. So in the trunk of a tree, little mice family's going to be living in there. The only thing is that I have to work on this tree in apartments because then it's too big, and I'm very short. I'm barely 5 feet. So I have the top part of the tree, and I need to round that out, finish rounding that out, figuring out how I'm going to do the foliage on top. But anyway, I'm going to be doing this. Instead of collecting doll houses, this is what I do. I make dioramas. This is, I don't want to buy a Calico Critter house, or Sylvania. I think that's what it's called. The Canadians call it something different. Here in America, we call them Calico Critters. I just didn't want to invest in pre-made stuff. I wanted to make the diorama. That's where I find my joy and suffering, is in making the actual diorama, choosing the wallpaper, making the furniture, figuring out where I want the little stove. And yeah, you can join me. I've got to put some details into the Otter house. Their house is complete. Their house is done. Just like anyone else's home, they need some pictures. They need some. It is missing a piano because Ma wants a piano. So I am looking for a piano, or trying to figure out how I'm going to go about. I'm looking for the right box to recycle to make a piano for her. But yeah, that diorama's done. I can do a little walkthrough of their home. And this is what I do. People collect doll houses, and they interchange the furniture and the wall paintings, and they just play in their doll houses. And grown-ass women do this because we're collecting miniatures, and we're replacing miniatures, and we're putting things in. And then they're seasonal. I didn't do much this season except for a tree and some gifts in each home. Yeah, that because I was so behind on my crocheting that I was crocheting like a crazy person since September. And I did manage to finish the Otter house, but I'm going to be more present. So everyone's getting a Valentine party. Yeah, my Beavers family, and it's Ma and Pa and 5 little beavers. They're having a little Valentine party, and Emmett Otter is gonna have some friends over, and him and Ma are gonna have a Valentine's party. So, or they might just party at one of their houses. I don't know. We'll see. But my project now is, and as I said, a project in itself is creating the planner, the poster board, craft board. So I am creating a craft board of the projects that I'll be doing, ticking them off as I go. And yeah, one of them is sewing an outfit for Easter. I do want to go to Easter church service. I will be wearing gloves. Oh yes, Easter is bring out the gloves, the white shoes and the gloves. So I'm excited about these projects. I'm going to work on them. Right now, I'm just enjoying my break, really and truly. I'm just chilling. The grandkids will be here today. Maybe that will tire me out, because every time I'm on vacation, there comes a point where I get insomnia because I'm not doing enough. I'm not walking around. I'm a slug. I need to take more walks. I need to at least walk. I haven't done that. I've not gone outside the apartment in 7 days because we're so busy the first week of break. And now the second week of break, I'm just like, I'm just gonna, watch my Columbo and munch on food, and yeah. But the grandkids will tire me out. Good. Then I will have no problem going to sleep tonight. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful new year. I've got so many things to do this year. I'm so excited. And I'm trying to think that when I make my craft board, no, that's too much pressure. I was going to have like divided into months or even seasons, like get this done by this time. I don't think I'm going to do that to myself. No, I'm just going to do a nice, quirky little checklist, and with pictures and illustrations and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not going to put due dates on them. Due dates help no one. except for the Christmas gifts. Now, obviously, there's a due date. They need to be done by November 1st. But we will see. This is just the best ritual I have started. Obviously, I started it because of a cold, but it is just so much. It's so soothing to start with warm, hot lemon. I said warm because it's warm right now. But lemon, honey, and cinnamon. Oh my gosh. And I think I said this yesterday because I was drinking the garlic one. I have two of them, by the way. I have two honey pots. And one of them has garlic in it. And I think garlic and turmeric might be too much. At that point, it's a soup. I don't know if I'm going to do that. But the garlic one really is a punch. And it gets rid of the junk, you know. If you have stuff stuck in your chest, that's going to get it out. But anyway, y'all take care of yourselves and have a wonderful new year. Today is the day that sets the tone for the rest of the year. Ooh, pressure, pressure. Don't give me pressure. But yeah, it does, doesn't it? It kind of does. I don't know. We're keeping our Christmas decorations up, by the way, just FYI. So in the videos, you see Christmas lights. I do not take anything down until February 1st in preparation for Valentine's. So that's that. My Christmas decorations stay up. The only reason I'm going to clear off my coffee table today is because I got little munchkins coming over. And, you know, I don't want them to get into some stuff. But yeah, y'all have a wonderful holiday. Rest of your holiday. If you are not on break, like nurses, you know, teachers and children are the only ones I think that are off right now. But if you're working, thank you. Thank you for working. And y'all take care of yourselves and have a good first day of 2026. Let's make it a good one. Let's try. Let's try, okay? Take care. Mwah.